Hi guys, it's James here from Optics Warehouse, your night vision and hunting specialist, and today I'm just going to be showing you a sort of in-field kit review of the Thunder TH35 Ultimate Kit. Of course, this is available in a TE19, which is a smaller focal length, and obviously the TQ50 as well, which is a bigger focal length, and of course an upgraded sensor as well. It's a nice, small, compact, versatile piece of kit, and I say very adaptable to various different situations, as we will see in a minute. So this is the main housing of the unit itself. You've obviously got your front focus, your nice little lens there, and all the internals inside with your nice little menu systems, etc. So nothing too much to it. It's a 384 by 288 sensor with a 17 micron pixel pitch on there. Obviously sub 35 millikelvin, as all HIK products are. So that's the unit. What do you get when you buy just the weapon scope itself? So if you buy the weapon scope, it comes with this lens, comes onto the back, and that simply just screws on. That goes on there, and then all you do is you have your Picatinny rail, and that goes on and slides on the bottom like that. So that's stage one. That's having it as a thermal weapon scope. So the other option is to have it as a front clip-on. So if you have the unit here, you have this lens clip-on system, and so the large lug there, that lines up with the big bit on the top there, and that simply screws on, that clicks in, says there you go, and then that simply just winds down there. Ignore this locking ring at the top there for a second, and that simply just comes down onto there. So that's locked in place there. And then you have your lens adapter system. So obviously depending on what size scope you've got in, for example here we have a 50mm objective scope, I have a 50mm lens, and all you do is you link the red dot up there with the red dot at the top. That simply just lines up, locks in place. So that's not going anywhere at the moment, but obviously it is still a bit loose. So what you do is you use this locking ring, and with a left-hand thread, not with a conventional right-hand thread, that just simply tightens up. And all you want to do is simply as you get there, you go, nice little bite point, and then just a little click more. And then that's nice and secure. That's not going anywhere at all now. So that now is as a front clip-on system. So they're really the sort of two configurations you can have at the moment. If you want to as well, you could obviously just, if you take the system off, put the eyepiece on and don't put the rail on, you can of course use this as a spotter. But as I say, I'll come on to that, obviously how that all works in just a second. So if we just put these two bits to the side for now, and we bring on our rifle scope here, just to show you how easy this lens clip-on system is. As you can see, it's a nice quick release lever system. And that's simply what I've done is I've already got the rubber insert. Obviously there are others available in the box with the collar itself. And this is just to fit your specific scope. And that simply just slides on the front like that. There you go. And then it just locks it into place. And there you go. You've now turned your Dayscope into a thermal weapon scope. Now, because the collar and the unit itself come as one part, that means when the first time you use it, you'll obviously have to align it. But once you've done it, then you don't need to align it again. It's all set up, ready to rock and roll. And I'm just going to show you, I won't actually show you the footage itself, but as I say, if I just show you on the buttons here, I will just angle it slightly just so you can see it. All you need to do is when you've got the scope turned on, because you've got this clip-on system here, the menu will show down the middle. If you press and hold the front and back button, you will see that it says X and Y in the top left. And all you need to do then is simply move the image to the center so it's aligned with your scope. This won't affect the zero because obviously the Dayscope's already zeroed, but what you're doing is you're adjusting the front thermal to the Dayscope itself. One thing to take into account when obviously you are using a front thermal add-on is the Dayscope Magnification itself. If you look here, this is a Citron S-Tac 4-20 by 50. On 4-6-7 mag, works absolutely fine. What I would recommend though, is if you can, get a scope with a base mag of 2.5, because then you get more out of the scope, more out of the thermal unit. And then in terms of top magnification, you really can't push it past 8. And that's not just something to do with Thunder, that is obviously generally to do with all sort of front thermal add-ons. I mean, the same principle applies to front night vision add-ons as well. So you've got it all centered, you're ready to rock and roll. Now, how do you make sure it's focused? So the first thing you do is you set your Dayscope on 100 yards parallax, which is obviously a little bit hard with the Citron because obviously there's no figures on it. So obviously you have to sort of eyeball it. That's obviously what 100 yards is. And then what you have to do is you simply play with the front focus dial on here. And there you go, you can just align your picture up. So as I say, that's probably the only thing against front thermal add-ons is if you actually, if you imagine yourself, you're set up there, you think, right, okay, I'm ready to go onto the Fox there, ready to rock and roll. Okay, right, he's just moving a bit, right, okay, I just need to focus it. I mean, if you're short arms like me, you've got short arms, so sometimes it's a bit of a hassle just reaching it. Obviously, once you are there, it's not too much of an issue, but I say just getting that focus. So maybe it's something just worth thinking about, maybe like investing in a fishing coaster or something like that, just to act as a small throw lever. So like, say if you're set up there, you can literally just push down with your finger, so to speak. Obviously, that's going to be inherent with any sort of front thermal add-on. It is what you're going to find when you do purchase one of these. Battery wise on this one, obviously it runs off two CL123As. They just go in the side here. It's recommended that you use non-rechargeables. That's obviously the ones that come with it. Of course, if you do want to use rechargeables, then you have to purchase them separately. You can get them for like 25-30 quid with the actual charger itself off various different websites. Of course, then you can keep using it as you wish. But guys, to be honest with you, it is that easy. All you need to do, make sure your Dayscope zeroed. Just align it with the menu systems, as I've shown you with the two buttons on the top there, and then you're ready to rock and roll. Just be careful of your magnification, your parallax, and then focus. And then once you've got all those aligned together, there you go, away. And it's nice and easy, because not necessarily everyone can afford a thermal weapon scope. And when you look at like a TH35, which is sub 2000, or the TE19, which is sub 1000, it's a no-brainer really. If you're not foxing out every single night of the week, then yeah, it certainly is the better solution for you. So guys, I say that was just sort of a quick look, obviously an in-field review of the Thunder kit, what comes with it, how you use it all, etc. As I say, it's quite hard to get footage through it, obviously, because you're recording from the front of the device there. You can't actually see the reticle and how it's working. It just looks like you're recording through a thermal binocular, and it's the same processor as like a Griffin GH35 or something like that. So it's just exactly the same image you're gonna get out of it. Hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Any questions, as always, please do feel free to ask us. I've been James, your night vision hunting specialist, and this has been another video by Optics Warehouse.